Imagine reaching into a forgotten jar of old foreign coins, sitting quietly in a kitchen drawer, somewhere in America, and pulling out a tiny, copper-colored coin that most people would normally ignore and toss aside without a second thought. Yet what if that small, humble coin was actually a hidden doorway into history, mystery, and surprising collector demand? Today we are talking about the fascinating story of the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin, a coin so small in value when it was minted, yet so powerful in the world of collectors' history, lovers and treasure hunters across the United States and around the globe, because sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories and the biggest surprises. Picture the year 1987, the Cold War still shaping the world, the Berlin Wall still standing, and Germany still divided into East Germany and West Germany. During that time, West Germany, officially known as the Federal Republic of Germany, was producing millions of coins for daily use, including the tiny 1 Pfennig coin, which was equal to just 1/100th of a Deutsche Mark. And while the value in everyday spending was extremely small, the meaning behind the coin and the era it represents has become far more important over time, especially for collectors in America who love coins connected to world-changing history. Now imagine holding that 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin in your hand, the surface showing the famous oak seedling design, a symbol chosen after World War II to represent renewal, growth, peace, and a hopeful future for a recovering nation. That design alone tells a powerful story, because the oak tree has long been a traditional German symbol of strength, endurance, and identity, making the coin much more than just spare change, but instead a miniature historical document made of copper-plated steel that survived a divided Europe and later witnessed the reunification of Germany. What makes the 1987 version especially interesting for collectors in the United States is that it was produced in multiple mint locations across West Germany, including Stuttgart, Karlsruhe, Munich, Hamburg, and Berlin, each mint marked by a tiny letter on the coin, and that small letter can make a surprising difference in collector interest, because some mint marks are harder to find in high-quality condition, especially coins that were never heavily circulated and remained protected for decades inside albums, drawers, or inherited collections, waiting quietly to be rediscovered by someone like you. Many American collectors are often surprised to learn that foreign coins like this West German 1 Pfennig coin are becoming increasingly popular in the United States, especially among beginners who want affordable entry points into world coin collecting, and among advanced collectors searching for coins connected to important historical periods such as the Cold War era and the division of Germany, which makes this small coin part of a much larger global story that stretches far beyond its original face value. Another reason why the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin continues to attract attention today is the dramatic historical transformation that followed only a few years after its minting. Because by 1990, Germany was reunified, the Berlin Wall had fallen, and coins like this one instantly became reminders of a country that no longer existed in the same divided form, which turned ordinary circulation coins into symbolic artifacts representing the end of one chapter of European history and the beginning of another, making them especially meaningful to collectors who appreciate coins as storytellers of world events across flea markets, estate sales, garage sales, and coin jars throughout the United States. Collectors sometimes discover foreign coins brought home decades earlier by American travelers, military personnel stationed overseas, or families with European roots, and among those coins the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig occasionally appears quietly, mixed in with other forgotten currency, waiting to surprise someone who recognizes its story and its growing appeal among historical coin enthusiasts. Collectors often ask whether such a small coin can actually be valuable, and the honest answer is that value in the coin collecting world depends on several exciting factors, including condition, rarity, mint mark, and collector demand. And while many circulated examples remain affordable, there are uncirculated examples, bright original coins with minimal wear, and especially complete mint mark sets that can attract strong interest from collectors who appreciate well-preserved pieces from the final years before German reunification. In recent years, interest in Cold War-era collectibles has increased across the United States as younger collectors become curious about objects connected to the dramatic political changes that shaped the modern world, and coins like the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig serve as affordable historical entry points, allowing collectors to own authentic pieces from a time when Europe was divided and the future seemed uncertain, making each coin feel like a tiny time capsule from one of the most important decades of the 20th century. Another fascinating detail that surprises many American viewers is the composition of the coin itself, because although it appears copper-colored, the coin is actually made from copper-plated steel, which reflects the economic realities of the time when nations carefully selected materials for coin production, balancing durability, cost, efficiency, and national identity. And this practical design choice adds another layer of interest for collectors who enjoy understanding how coins are engineered as well as how they are used in everyday life. For collectors who enjoy searching through coin rolls, inherited collections, or international coin lots, the thrill of discovering a clean, sharp 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin with a clear mint mark and original luster can be surprisingly exciting, because each discovery connects the collector not only with the coin itself but with the people who used it, the shops where it circulated, and the historical events unfolding around it at the time, making the collecting experience feel personal, meaningful, and deeply connected to the past. Some collectors in the United States are especially interested in assembling complete year sets from the final decade before German reunification, and the 1987 issue plays an important role in those collections because it represents one of the last years before dramatic change reshaped the currency system, leading eventually to the replacement of the Deutsche Mark by the euro in 2002, which transformed everyday coins like the 1 Pfennig into retired currency and therefore collectible historical artifacts. The emotional power of retired coins should never be underestimated, because once a coin leaves circulation, it stops being just money and begins its journey as history, and that transformation is exactly what happened to the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin, turning it from a simple, everyday object into a meaningful collectible piece that represents a vanished monetary system, a divided nation, and a powerful moment in modern history that continues to fascinate collectors across America today. Many experienced collectors recommend paying close attention to the condition of any West German 1 Pfennig coin you may find, because coins that still show strong original color, minimal scratches, and clear details in the oak seedling design can stand out dramatically compared to heavily worn examples. And while the difference might seem small to a casual observer, collectors understand that condition often plays one of the most important roles in determining long-term desirability and collector demand. Another exciting factor that increases interest in these coins is the presence of mint mark varieties, because each West German mint produce coins with its own identifying letter, and collectors who enjoy completing mint mark sets often search patiently for examples from each location, turning a simple 1 Pfennig coin into part of a larger collecting adventure that adds excitement, challenge, and satisfaction to the hobby, especially for beginners entering the world of international coin collecting for the first time. Imagine building a small collection containing examples from Stuttgart, Karlsruhe, Munich, Hamburg, and Berlin, each one representing A different production facility yet all, sharing the same design message of renewal and growth after the difficult years following World War II. Such a collection tells a powerful story not only about currency but about national recovery, cooperation and resilience, which is exactly why historical coins continue to attract collectors generation after generation. Another surprising reason why American collectors sometimes pay closer attention to coins like the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig is the growing popularity of educational collecting, where parents, grandparents and teachers use historical coins to introduce younger people to world geography, political history and cultural symbols in a fun, engaging way. And because this coin connects directly to the Cold War era and German reunification, it becomes an ideal teaching tool as well as a collectible object. Collectors who search estate sales often report finding small groups of West German coins preserved in envelopes labeled with travel dates, military service memories or family heritage notes, and discovering a 1987 1 Pfennig coin in such a collection can feel like opening a tiny window into someone else's life journey, reminding us that coins travel across oceans, generations and personal stories before finally arriving in the hands of a modern collector ready to appreciate them once again. Another interesting aspect that attracts collectors is the fact that West German coins were produced with high quality minting standards, known for clear lettering, balanced design and reliable durability, which means that even decades later many examples remain readable, attractive and suitable for long-term collecting, making them excellent starter pieces for anyone curious about exploring the fascinating world of European coinage from the late 20th century. In the United States today, coin collecting continues to grow not only among experienced hobbyists but also among young digital age collectors who enjoy combining online research, historical curiosity, and treasure hunting excitement. And coins like the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig fit perfectly into that trend because they are affordable, historical, meaningful, and connected to one of the most dramatic political transformations of the modern era, the reunification of Germany. When collectors talk about hidden treasures, they do not always mean coins worth thousands of dollars. Sometimes the true treasure is the story, the connection, and the opportunity to hold history in your hand, and that is exactly what makes the 1987 West German 1 Pfennig coin so fascinating, because it represents a moment when Europe stood at the edge of change and ordinary people carried coins in their pockets without knowing how quickly the world around them was about to transform. So the next time you discover a small copper-colored foreign coin resting quietly among old change, take a closer look, because that coin might be a 1987 West German 1 Pfennig, a tiny survivor from a divided nation, a silent witness to reunification, and a meaningful collectible piece that continues to attract the attention of American coin enthusiasts who understand that sometimes the most overlooked coins carry the most powerful stories waiting patiently to be rediscovered.